This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Now at 8, violent clashes between more than 1,000 protesters and law enforcement officers in downtown Los Angeles. This on the third day of protests over federal immigration enforcement operations. Good evening, I'm Mark Brown. Tonight we have seen protesters shutting down the 101 freeway, setting fire to Waymo cars, throwing rocks, concrete, even electric scooters against law enforcement vehicles on the 101 freeway. We have seen several people pulled out of the crowd and arrested by police. The remnants of less than lethal tear gas and rubber bullets littering the streets of downtown. And beyond what we're seeing on the group, another battle playing out over the Trump administration's decision to deploy National Guard troops to quell these protests that the president is calling an insurrection. We want to begin right now. There's a news conference that is scheduled with the chief of the Los Angeles Police Department, Jim McDonnell, that is scheduled to begin at 8. This is a key element of this because one of the things that the president has been indicating is that local leaders, local officials, we don't know if he includes the chief in that, he has spoken about elected officials and especially the mayor and the governor saying that they are not responding to the protests in order to quell them, and that is why he is calling in the National Guard. The chief of police of Los Angeles, Jim McDonnell, is going to speak to the news media and to the citizens of Los Angeles. We expect that to happen at any moment. In the meantime, this has been a momentous day here in Southern California where these protests that began in downtown at City Hall and at the federal building complex, including the Hall of Administration and the Justice Department there and the courthouse. Those two crowds merged later this afternoon and became a huge throng of more than 1,000 people and began marching around different areas of downtown Los Angeles, City Hall, and elsewhere. There has been violence directed at police and at members of ICE. What you're looking at now are live pictures from Air 7 as mounted LA police units are now moving some of those demonstrators out. It has been a pretty amazing day in Southern California, another crazy day of things happening. Let's go to Tim Caputo, who has been out in the middle of it for much of the afternoon. Tim, what do you see?
Well, Mark, you really nailed it on the head there. It has been a crazy day, and as the sun starts to go down, the concern, obviously, as things escalate from here, it's kind of interesting as you see the different layers. We kind of took a step back to get a broader vantage point, partially because the area we were on Los Angeles Street earlier was getting a little bit hairy. You can see down the 101 beneath us with all the overpasses and people on essentially every single overpass as police have moved in. Tommy, come to my